temples stand as a reminder to humanity of the ultimate truth. Sometimes a group of them form a story together, a path for humanity to take. They emphasize on understanding the purpose of life. One such group of temples is known as the Panchabhuta Sthalas. Pancha meaning 5, Bhuta meaning elements, and Sthala meaning place. All are dedicated to the deity Shiva. Shiva has many representations with the number 5 or Pancha. He has 5 heads that spoke 5 sounds that represent the 5 fundamental states of nature, namely earth, fire, water, air, and space. Wherein subsequently the Chidambaram Natarajar Temple stands for space. The name Chidambaram gives a deep insight of what the temple represents. This can be understood by splitting the term Chida and Ambaram. Ambaram or Akasha plainly means sky. It can also mean realm or sphere of consciousness. There are 3 spheres of consciousness or Akasha: Bhutakasha, Chittakasha, and Chidakasha. Consciousness is what makes us aware of our existence, our thoughts, and how we perceive the world in which we live in. When we perceive with our body through the senses and are aware of our surroundings, that state of physical consciousness is Bhutakasha. Bhuta here means world. When we are aware of our thoughts of everything in the physical plane, and more than that which can be imagined in our mind, that consciousness is Chittakasha. Chitta is part of the mind which holds our impressions and memories. Hence, this state encompasses Bhutakasha, as it contains everything and more than that of the physical plane. Chidakasha, or here Chidambaram, is that state of consciousness that subsumes even Chittakasha. If we think of Bhutakasha as froth on the waves and Chittakasha as waves of the ocean, then Chidakasha is the ocean itself. It's the state of consciousness of the soul which is permanent. Chida is that which is above mind and matter. This state of consciousness can be perceived directly when the vrittis or the whirlpools of the mind and body are silenced. To summarize, the name Chidambaram is that state of infinite consciousness that is beyond physical and mental limits. Now, the story of how this temple came into existence. In the southern tip of Bharat is a THILLAI or a mangrove forest, where once long ago sages and their wives resided and performed penance. Their penance had made them powerful and at the same time egoistic. They had no regard for the gods and the truth of life and considered themselves to be above them all. Shiva and Vishnu decided to test the sages and destroy their ego. They took on the disguise as a yogi and his wife. They went to the THILLAI forest where the sages were residing. The yogi's wife seemed attractive to the sages, distracting them from their duties, while the yogi's appearance charmed their wives. the sages came to their senses. Enraged, they blamed the yogi for causing such a disturbance. Out of the yagna, they conjured upon him a tiger, a snake, and a dwarf. The yogi gladly defeated all and revealed his true form in all its glory as Nataraja, and he started dancing the divine dance, the Ananda Tandava. All those who stood there were in complete awe and bliss to have seen such a sight so indescribable. They realized their mistake, their ego was shattered, and they all bowed in surrender to the omniscient God of dance. Later on, there were others who couldn't but imagine and wish to see this dance for themselves. Adi Shesha, who was the mount of Vishnu, desired to see this divine dance and was blessed to be incarnated as the sage Patanjali. Meanwhile, sage Vyagrapada also desired to see the dance. He was blessed with the abilities of a tiger to be able to pluck fruits and flowers in his offering to worship Shiva. They met each other at the same forest where the dance had taken place previously and began their penance and worship, seeking the same goal. Years later, they were finally blessed to see the Ananda Tandava of Nataraja in the presence of Parvati. They were in such bliss after the dance that they prayed to Nataraja to reside permanently at the forest for all of humanity to be blessed to acquire the same bliss as them. The Chidambaram Natarajar Temple is at the same Thillai forest, housing under a golden roof known as the Chitta Sabha, and on a golden stage, the dancing form of Nataraja, the king of all arts. Nataraja dancing the Ananda Tandava represents the dance of creation, sustenance, and destruction itself. The rhythm of the dance is considered to be synonymous with the rhythm of the waves in matter. Hence, it is known to be the dance of the cosmos itself. So, at the Chidambaram Nataraja Temple, we see Shiva present as the formless, as an empty space in the sanctum sanctorum, which is flanked by a staff with golden bilva leaves. The semi-form or the semi-formless as a linga, and the form itself as the Lord of Dance, Nataraja.